Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, you can reach us at 799-9596, or you can check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, what I like about this show, it's an opportunity, all of our social media, a radio show that's chunked down and turned into social media. If you want to get a feel for who we are as realtors, real estate team, what your potential experience might look like, all you got to do is go to, what is it, Instagram, Facebook.
LinkedIn, YouTube.
For me, it's only LinkedIn. I'm not on any other social media. This morning, confession, I downloaded the Facebook app and then I started logging in and I'm like, nope. And then I deleted it.
Huh.
I don't know. It's just, I got on Facebook and Instagram a couple of years ago and
it was too much for you.
It was just too much. How I'm going to connect with you is going to be face to face, voice to voice, in a room. And what I want to talk about today.
Well, before you do that, I want to make a comment on the face to face. So we were meeting with a client yesterday.
Yeah.
Who's in an unfortunate situation, and like the main purpose was to connect and build rapport and just to be of service.
Yeah.
And I think we sat down and we visited with him for about 2 hours. And I think after that first 45 minutes, he looked at us and he goes, "You guys are different."
Yeah.
I think are very different from like what his experience in the past of other agents or just of what he expected to be, a realtor.
People, one aspect of their lives is the buying or the selling of the real estate. But what we have to keep in mind is that is just one part of that person's life. And it's not the only thing with their life. And so if we come to them as realtors and we're just sitting down over there, like my client, George, 96-year-old, I mean, I was like really projecting to him and how much time we spent to him as like my grandfather. And my grandfather passed away. And we went and took him to the airport. And I got choked up dropping him off at the airport because I think that it's important. And this is what I want to, and this is going straight into what I want to talk about, which is something that more and more people are talking about all the time. What is it?
Oh, maybe AI.
It's AI.
Is that what we're going to talk about today?
AI. Not this Japanese guy named AI. AI. Oh, artificial intelligence. And I'm going to get into all the like, what kind of AI, chat GPT, perplexity, all of that stuff. It doesn't really matter. It's becoming more and more. And then here's your perspective on this AI stuff. It's interesting because I was at a workout, a friend of ours that we've known for a long time, and they don't want to have kids. They say, because this world is terrible. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Got some challenges going on in the world, but never in human history has it been a better time to be alive than right now. Because it's all about perspective. And as far as AI, so here's my personal take on it. AI is going to take away and support you and probably be more accurate on a lot of the tedious things in your life. For example, we'll use AI to review our bank statements, credit card statements, and then, give us a heads up on any kind of expenses we need to be aware of. Normally, we'd have one of our virtual assistants or one of our assistants do that, a human being, right? That's tedious. That's boring.
We're just saving them so much time, and the AI is a lot more accurate because humans can, miss a line item.
Well, and what AI does is it recognizes patterns. But I will tell you that AI, in my opinion, is going to do is going to make the human social skills, the interaction between a real human being and another real human being, even more valuable. Even more valuable. It's not a substitute for human connection. Deepak Chopra, I like his take on artificial intelligence. he wants to change. He changed it, and it's not artificial intelligence. Intelligence being, more in the alignment of a sentient person, like somebody with a soul, right? And an artificial version of that. It's not even that because there is no soul. There's no sense of self. And he said instead, it's augmented intelligence. It's here to support our intelligence. Still use your brain, still have discernment. For me, I'm going to create, or use it a lot for real estate. But the key is garbage in, garbage out, because doing this for 20 years, how long you been doing this? 22 years,
Mhm.
1,600 transactions, probably $1 billion in sales, every imaginable scenario of buying and selling real estate here in Hawaii, we've come across. So we know what the prompts are that we can use to get us to an end solution through AI that's going to be faster and more efficient. We also have the discernment on the backside of what comes out to recognize what is a bunch of baloney
Yep,
or
and
that
where
we
the
need to correct.
yeah, and where the corrections need to
Yeah.
be. Yep.
Well, have that perspective with AI. It's not something that, oh man, we're just going to have party like it's 1999 till Starnet comes online and the Terminator robots come and kill us.
Mhm,
No, this is, we had a good friend of ours, John Sheplek. He went to a longevity conference.
mhm.
There are more and more people that once you have money and time that they want to spend it more on health. Health is wealth. And he said there were experts, medical doctors, research there because of how fast artificial intelligence is helping with health and research, that if you just live for the next 10 years, the life expectancy should go to 150. Now that sounds crazy insane, right? But if you lived in the Middle Ages, I think you were lucky if you lived to 45.
Mhm.
So to live to 80 or 90 was like not even imaginable. So what we think of today as not imaginable, it's all about perspective. And is it really not imaginable? I mean, when I was in high school and I said you're going to have this box that
Mm.
you would hold in your hand and you could ask it questions and it could show you pictures, video, anything. All the answers would come out of that box in your hand. When I was in high school in the 80s, I'd be like, nah, you crazy. That's insane. Not in my lifetime. Well, that and more is happening in our lifetime. So lean into it is the point of all of this. Lean into it. And if you want to work with a real estate team that's leaning into artificial intelligence, helping create a more effective, efficient experience. And at the end of the day, when you're selling a home, you just want the most amount of money. And number two, you don't want all the stress.
Mhm.
So we're utilizing the tools. We're on the bleeding edge of it to create the best experience possible. And as Adrian mentioned in the beginning, when we come visit with you, as soon as we walked in, we stopped walking around the house and we sat at the table and
Mhm,
was talking
yeah,
story with him for about an hour.
mhm.
People are starving. What are they starving for?
The connection.
Connection,
Mhm,
attention. Um, if you do this walking around in your life, put a sign around, like just imagine there's an invisible sign hanging on everybody's neck. And it says, it's hanging right below their chin, and it says, listen to me, make me feel important. If you treat everybody, all human beings like that, that they have that invisible sign and you can read it and you're treating them accordingly, you're going to be a much happier human being. And you're going to surround yourself and attract to you a bunch of happy human beings. All right.
So speaking of happy human
He's
beings,
the happiest human being that I know in Denver, Colorado. Who's that
that would
person?
be we got Danny with DHA Financial with his mortgage tip of the week.
You know what, that background, it looks like you're in a sauna or a log cabin.
It would be a long.
A log cabin. All right. So Danny, what you got for us this week?
So this week, I just want to go over kind of the importance of a pre-approval versus qualification. So for buyers, it's most important to get that pre-approved. It's probably, in my opinion, right before you go under contract on a house, the pre-approval letter is probably one of the most important items you can get. What that does is that it allows it to where I can check pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, and actually have a real solid, all the income documentation, have everything all ready. So when you do put in an offer, you're ready to go, and it's not kind of like a fly by night or well, we'll see what happens. So it's definitely more.
Yeah.
The pre-approval letters one of the most important things you can have prior to purchasing a house.
I think that's like going grocery shopping. You're not sure if you got your credit card with you. You're not, if Costco, you don't have the card, they're not letting you in. The guy at the front, Wilbur at the front, he's going to tackle you, only for members. But it's like going shopping and you don't have like a credit card or a form of payment. And then you go all the way to the register. This
Mm.
is opening escrow. You're all the
Oh,
way at
it's
the
so
register
embarrassing.
and you're like,
Oh, no.
oops. And then you're running to the car and like emptying out your ashtray, all the coins, looking for trying to go and pay for it.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Correct.
Be prepared when you're going shopping for a home to get that pre-approval from Danny.
The pre-approval is
Yeah.
the ticket to entry,
It's a ticket to entry.
right? You don't want to be looking at homes that are above that pre-approved price. You want to be in that range. And, maybe you're approved for, $1 million, but
Yeah.
you are not comfortable with that payment, right?
Yeah.
So then you want to know what that payment looks like, and you want to be looking for homes that you are comfortable with.
Danny, in this day and age, we just sat down with a client yesterday that had a negative AM loan, negative amortization.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I thought they were all gone, but he got put into that position with the loan modification. But the kind of like people, like especially today after 06, 07, 08 with the Frank Dodd Act, the CFPB, are there still those crazy, wacky kind of subprime kind of lending things out there right now?
I mean, there's different types of
Yeah.
like, for example, as far as negative AM goes, reverse mortgages are negative
Yeah.
amortization, right?
Gotcha.
So there are different ones out there, and so it's that 06, 07, 08, 09, like what you're talking about. Those loans
Yeah.
are more. Those were the 100% financing where you could have stated income, stated asset.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see those around. There's just not a market for those.
Yeah.
So
The liar loans.
yeah,
Mhm.
and if those are out there, the negative AM loans, yeah, they're very far and few between.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can know that be confident that in the system with the regulations and everything, all of that craziness, because I don't really, they always talk about this bust or boom thing. I just don't think it's going to be that huge of a correction because what I know, and you correct me if I'm wrong, all the loan products, there's one commonality with all of them. You as a mortgage banker, mortgage broker need to determine their ability to repay that loan.
That's
Mhm.
Can't move forward
right.
without determining that. And a pre-approval is you're saying this person has the ability to repay this loan at this particular amount.
That's correct.
Okay.
It's that simple.
That's simple. Hey, I just want to put that out there. We're in the state of Hawaii, and let's say you're a realtor
Mhm.
and you work with buyers, and you're like, I wish I had a mortgage JV. Maybe they should give us a call and we
Yeah.
can talk about it and tell them what that looks like. Danny, would you be open to talking to agents here in the state of Hawaii on what a mortgage JV might look like?
I'd absolutely love to.
Yeah. But I always say be open to the conversation. Things are changing and it's adapting, pivoting. That's what creates success moving forward. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Danny.
Okay.
All right, that's Danny Langerman with DHA Financial. He is an
Yeah.
expert we trust. You can find him on teamlally.com. Under the resource tab, you'll see all the experts that we trust.
Hey, I want to share with you guys, especially avid listeners, we've been on the air for 14 years doing this radio show. 14 years.
Wow, long time.
And we've stayed in it. We've been consistent, rinse and repeat over and over and over. Hopefully, we're providing value to the people that are listening, a little bit of humor sprinkled in there. So, this career, real estate, this career called real estate, what would you say if you were to give, if I was like, well, first of all, I'm going to dovetail into, we have a career night.
Yes, coming up on May 4th.
May 4th. So it's a Hawaii.
At our office.
At our office. You get to see what it looks like, what an inside of a top performing real estate team's office looks like, the actual environment that an agent on our team works in. And then you get to have Adrian and myself there for an hour, presenting with you the most important things that people want to know. What kind of time, what kind of money, what kind of money you got to spend to be in real estate, what kind of money you can make in real estate, what are all the different positions, what's the kind of mindset, what's the daily activities. and then we stay a little bit longer afterwards to answer questions. But if it's about midnight, we kick you out. But it's HawaiiCareerNight.com. Adrian, if I'm like thinking about making a career move and I'm going to go into real estate, what would be the best advice that you would give to me regarding to be successful in real estate?
Well, we've asked this question of many people,
Yeah.
and this is just, I think, like for me, when I was a brand new agent,
Yeah.
I wished that the teams were around. But as a new agent, I think, plugging into a team, learning from a team,
Yeah.
and even seasoned agents, even agents that are more experienced, in order for them to just focus on what they like to do and stay in that lane of connection, serving the client, and then letting the team worry about all of the back end stuff and the minutia,
Yeah.
right? So being able to plug into a team and leverage, that piece, I think that's the best place where you're gonna, net the most amount of money, and you are gonna have an accelerated learning.
You're going to have a higher
Yes.
probability of success.
Yeah, and you won't be like, I think, what is it? You said like 80% of the
No,
agents.
67% of all
Mhm.
agents quit in the first year,
Mhm.
80% in the by the second renewal. So when you sign up to be an agent, depending on when you sign up, you're usually good for a year or two. And then when it goes to renewal time, 80% of those people left over are gone. So uh, a high probability of failure in our overall general industry, but higher probability of success when you're on a team.
Yes, or
And
and when you're on the right team,
and I will
the
tell
right
you
team for
too,
you.
there's a difference between in our industry a team and general brokerage. General brokerage, you fog a mirror, you pass the test, boom, come join us. Have at it. Don't get a suit.
Mhm.
There's some training, coaching, and all of that, and as much as you want. And you got webinars, podcasts, and all of that. But on Team Lally, kind of like PSI, we are what we call experiential learning.
Yeah,
Experiential learning is the most effective way for human beings to learn things, is actually like doing it.
so we get you involved with transactions and
Yeah.
real life
Yeah.
situations right away so
Yeah.
that you can start learning and becoming better,
Because
with each
what if I sat you
experience.
down and I explained to you in fine detail all the mechanics and the science and the physics of a bicycle, showed you all the parts, how they work, showed you YouTube videos of people riding bikes.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, now and articles, full length feature films, AI, 3D modeling of you riding a bike, but we never put you on the bike. How successful would you be at riding a bike?
Probably not very
Not, you'd
successful.
be falling over quite a bit.
Mhm.
So instead, when you come in here, we're going to get you on the bike right away. And just like your mommy or daddy, when they was holding the seat up, pedal, 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 pedal. And then when we feel that you got your balance and get your eyes up, get your eye. By the way, I was a motorcycle instructor, so it's super easy to teach my kids how to ride a bike. Same techniques. Eyes up, eyes up. All right, you got it. And then you let go of the seat. And then they're like pedal, 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 pedal to maintain that equilibrium. Same thing on our team. We're not going to just go show you all these things about a bike and then, expect you to go out there, have conversations with people and interact with people in the real estate business. And you're like kind of winging it. That is what most of our industry looks like. And what's the opposite of that is when you come to HawaiiCareerNight.com, May 4th, 6 p.m.
That's
What
right.
else you got, Adrian?
Well, we have another event for the tired landlords.
I'm a landlord. I am so tired.
Yeah, so we've got a DST luncheon on Tuesday, May 12th
Uh-huh.
for accredited investors.
Are you exhausted from dealing with repairs, vacancies, evictions?
Yes.
Discover a Delaware statutory trust.
Yep. So
Continue.
it's gonna be at Morton's, but
Uh-huh.
you've got to RSVP. So if you go to teamlally.com/DST, all the information is there. You can
Or
give us a call direct and we'll
give us a call,
get you
799
get you on the list.
795-9596, 799-9596. We will save you a seat. This is a VIP situation. It's
Mhm.
Morton's. Morton's, they have a pretty good, it's not like L&L.
Nope.
We're taking you to Morton's. We need an RSVP. You're going to get educated on a 1031 exchange, a DST, how to transform or get out of your regular residential commercial real estate.
I think just being more strategic and having,
Yeah.
just like looking at the overall big picture.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of things that are discussed that you've probably never heard of. Like, I mean, you think that you know a lot, come to this seminar or this lunch and learn.
Socrates came to our last
Yeah.
luncheon. You know what Socrates said? He said, "There's one thing I know for certain, and that is I know nothing." Albert Einstein was at another luncheon.
Mhm.
And you know what he said? He said, "There's more things in the world that I don't know about than I do." So if those two brilliant people had that much to learn at this DST luncheon, you know, the one thing that I think the most honest thing that anybody can say as far as what you know is there's one thing for sure, and that I don't know everything. What I don't know. It's a
I
sentence.
don't know what I don't
I
know.
don't know what I don't know. I tell my kids,
Mhm.
like I'll ask them a question, and they're a little bit smarter now because they can use it with the chat GBT to give dad an answer. But before that, they would answer, and I said, "Do you know, or are you guessing?" And then they would look at me and be like, "I know," or they'd be like, "Well, okay." This information we're sharing with you, it's not we're guessing. We do know that this is a much more effective, efficient, less stressful way to build wealth with real
And it's
estate.
very strategic. And
You know,
actually, both Attilio and I personally have used this strategy.
yes.
So
You
we're
know.
we're just sharing what we've experienced, and
So
it's been a great experience.
you get three things when you own residential real estate. You get a tenant, you get equity, and you get income.
Mhm.
Tenant, equity, income. When you own a DST, you get the equity, you get the income, but you don't have to deal directly with the headache of the tenant.
And you still get all like the depreciation and the tax
All of that
write-offs.
stuff.
All of it's still
Yeah.
included.
By the way, give us a call if you are an investor. So I found out from Kyle after you got off the phone what was the lowdown on this. So there is, and he said I can um, um, uh, talk about it.
Okay.
But anyway, I mentioned his name, so I can't talk about it now.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to talk about it on the next show.
All right. We'll have to listen in next week to find out what is this big secret that Attilio wants to share.
Yeah, it's if I told you, I'd have to kill you. But it's one of those things where we are going to learn more about it and go to a breakfast thing, but we got to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
Oh.
But we can
Ooh.
maybe on the next show I'll talk about it. But it's a pretty exciting investment opportunity, what we call like a trophy investment, something that's exciting to be involved with. But we'll talk about it on the next show.
Or you can call us and
Yeah, give us a
we'll
call.
tell you about this.
I'll be on the phone going, shh, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you about this secret. 959596.
999596.
Which is 79995. I got
Yeah.
there's too much nines in that number.
Okay.
999596.
All right. Well, we are going to take a break.
Okay.
But stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking with Attila Saris of SciPac. We're going to talk about cybersecurity.
Okay, now here, okay, folks, you're like misheard that name. No, my name is Attilio, but this is Attila.
Yes, and he's going to be talking about cybercrime and how it's impacting Hawaii, what businesses can do to protect themselves in today's digital landscape.
Yeah.
Stay with us.
So stay with us.
Yes.
That was my line.
I took it.
Okay.
Hey, you know someone that moved to the mainland but left the rental property behind? So Amber wanted to create a new investment opportunities on the mainland, but she had to sell her island rental first. So she reached out to our good friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams Honolulu. Handling the business virtually with Amber, Adrian and Attilio came prepared with multiple 5-star selling strategies, including adjusting Amber's selling price expectations, and the home sold in days. If you're in the market to sell your home and you want a team that will make you the most money with the least amount of drama, you can trust our good friends Adrian and Attilio of Team Lally. Give them a call today, 808-799-9596. That's 808-799-9596. They're trusted. You see these signs all over in my community. Visit teamlally.com today. That's teamlally.com today.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Honolulu is Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams Honolulu. Now, thanks for joining me today. What's the number one reason homes don't sell on time?
Sean, sellers are in denial. They are stuck in the previous market and not pricing their homes properly.
How do you solve that problem?
We have a 12-step program. The first step is to have a smart pricing strategy. We follow the 10-10-0 rule. 10 showings, no offers, we have to adjust. 10 days on the market, no showings, another adjustment. For the other 11 steps, give us a call.
Great update. Thank you for keeping us informed. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call Team Lally now at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And you can start packing.
In today's fast-changing real estate market, you need access to the right information to make smart choices. I invest in real estate all over the country, and I rely on smart agents who know their local market inside and out. In Honolulu, I work with Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Adrian, Attilio, and their team sell a home every 72 hours and have over 750 five-star reviews. Go to teamlally.com and find out in just seconds what your home is really worth.
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, you can call us 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Hey, are we bringing the guests on?
Yes, we are.
Okay, then I should read his intro.
Okay.
Our guest today is Attila Seres, president of CyPac. Attila is a local business owner and cybersecurity expert who helps Hawaii businesses stay operational, protect customer trust, and reduce the impact of cyber incidents. He is a frequent speaker and media contributor who appears on PBS, KITV, KHON, Hawaii News Now, Think Tech, Hawaii, and KGU Radio, as well as a host of cybersecurity podcasts.
With a focus on practical, real-world solutions, Attila works with organizations to navigate threats like credit card fraud, email scams, ransomware, and data breaches, helping them prepare, respond, and recover with confidence. Please welcome back our guest, Attila Seres.
Hey,
welcome back.
Attila.
Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Adrian and Attilio. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we appreciate all of the information that you put out. I know that we're on your newsletter, and It's always interesting and relevant. I guess as this technology continues to get more and more sophisticated, we see more and more opportunities for these bad people to come out and, infiltrate.
So what's the latest? What warnings you want to put out there to the public?
Well, this is a big one, and it's breaking on your radio show, so you should feel very excited.
Breaking news.
So there we go.
So here's what happens. There's a breach, someone gets some money stolen, and what is the number one advice that you've probably heard over and over again is that you got to reach out to the FBI, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to submit a complaint to the Internet Crime and Complaint Center. They call it the IC3, but the Internet Crime and Complaint Center gathers all this information together, and if you're a business, they can often help you, right? So they have ties with Secret Service. Sometimes they have some other resources that they can bring in. And in short, all that data that they're gathering goes somewhere. And that somewhere is a report. And that report is released every year. And this year, the report has come out. It just came out April 6th. And so just a couple of weeks ago. And then we get to discover what kind of trends are happening in cybersecurity locally, like here in Hawaii. Now, a few months ago, we did a little bit of a press release where we estimated that in 2025, things got worse. And that's been based on the last 3 years of the IC3 reports that came out. We estimated that there'd be about $500 million in losses for Hawaii residents in 2025.
Oh,
and I'm sad to say we were wrong. It was actually about 530 million. That's based on this new report. And it really highlights how bad this has gotten. And just to have some context, it's doubled from 2024. So 2024 was half that. 2025 is now 530 million. And that's based on only 20% of all cases get reported. So we kind of have to do a little bit of math there. But in short, we now know the top 3 types of cyber crimes that are happening here locally in Hawaii. And we could talk about those 3 and give some examples that are very recent. And we can figure out what you can do about them so that you don't become a victim.
Well, we definitely want to talk about these top 3.
However, there are some, and I don't know if this is included in the top 3, but like every day, both Attilio and I are getting these emails from people saying, oh, I saw your profile on Zillow. Hop on a Zoom. Let me send you my Zoom link. And they're...
Or I saw about mentioned in one of your properties. I need more information.
And then they want us to hop on their Zoom link.
Microsoft Teams.
Yes. Is that having to do with these top 3 crimes? Because I don't know, like,
well, what they're doing
makes me nervous.
HBR released that they're creating some bogus link, and then you type in there, and then they can
hack into your computer and your database and
key logger thingies and get into, and then they try and intercept like a wire transfer on a closed escrow or something. They never want to give you a phone number. Every single interaction, they never want to give you a phone number. Like, hey, let's get on the phone.
It's actually more terrifying than that.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And what we're doing right here, recording ourselves, has something to do with it. So that should be a little bit of a clue that Zoom and Teams is a great way to use these high quality cameras that we have on all of our laptops and phones and everything else. And I'll tell you what happened personally, what I saw happen. So I was working with a pool builder. And we went through this in detail on our podcast. We were talking with a pool builder. He's driving along, right? He's going to a job site. He gets a FaceTime call on his cell phone from someone he's known for 20 years because he's a motorcycle fanatic, and his other friend, motorcycle fanatic friend, calls him up and says, "Hey, let's call him Jake. Jake, I can't get into my Facebook account. It's been hacked." And meanwhile, he's watching this happen, right? Can you just give me your Facebook password real quick? And he's like, "Oh, Jake, yeah, I've known you for 20 years, no problem. Here's my password. You go ahead." By the time he arrives at the job site, and this is in a matter of like 20 minutes, these guys are standing out front. It's like, "What the heck are you doing?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, from that time that you gave that password to your Facebook account to the time that you arrived at the job site, all of our trucks have been put up for sale on Facebook Marketplace. All of our and we are now getting video calls of you requesting money in the same way." So they deep faked his face. All it takes is 15 seconds of video, and they can deep fake you. And now you're getting to the points where you were interested in, which is, how do you intercept an escrow transaction? How do you fool a title company? Well, if your likeness is out there, and we all know Sora is getting shut down, but Sora was phenomenal for anyone to be able to reproduce themselves doing all kinds of crazy things. Yeah. I got myself riding jet skis and bicycles, getting abducted by aliens. You can do all that stuff, and it's very real looking. So AI is getting to the point where it's very difficult to tell the difference. If any of you are interested, there's some new AI releases that came out, some music videos featuring Star Trek characters. I encourage you to look up the Data Tin Man video. It's phenomenal. So the AI aspect is being used for intercepting large value transactions. And that is the number one thing that is happening. It is investment scams. Those are the number one types of scams that are out there. And they are siphoning off money like crazy. I know we don't have a lot of time, but I could talk about this quite a bit. So you tell me, how deep do you want to go?
What's number 2 and 3? Getting those hot points.
Number 2 is a big one. Is business email compromise. We see that all the time. That's folks' emails getting intercepted. In fact, there is something called a direct send abuse that's happening right now. You're going to see that in your inboxes tomorrow. That's where folks are getting emails from themselves or others in the organization. If they're using a Microsoft 365, which like 80% of businesses use, that direct send vulnerability is something that's by default turned on for all Microsoft 365 tenant accounts. Just turn it off, guys, and then you won't get these. But because it's on by default, tons of these emails are going out. And we've seen a huge spike in the past 2 weeks of just these direct send emails. These are emails that are impersonating you to other people inside your organization. They're asking your fellow employees to, click to approve a DocuSign or approve this signature or open this PDF. They can do any number of things. And as soon as that happens, boom, they're in your company.
So with this email, Attila, is like, I know that they will retitle the name, but if you click on the email, it shows that it's not necessarily the same email. Or are they able to hack in and like use your actual email through this
Use your
Microsoft
actual
Teams?
email. It is
Oh,
yourself. Yeah.
So you
Oh,
just intuitively have to be like on guard mentally that, oh, wait a minute.
why would they be asking for that? That's
Yeah.
weird. Or just turn
That's
it
where
off.
employee training comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just turn
So
it off.
what you
But
Turn it
yeah.
off.
turn off, what do you get? Are you saying to turn off?
So this is called direct send. So
Okay.
it's like an old vulnerability. And, you know, this is something that's important to understand about Microsoft 365 because 80%
Yeah.
of businesses are using this on the island.
Yes.
Microsoft wants you to sign up and use their product and service. But if they give you this product that has all these security things turned on, it's
Yeah.
going to drive everyone crazy. And then they're going to go elsewhere. So what do? You just say, okay, here, all the doors are unlocked. Knock yourself out, use our platform, and then they'll send you a little reminder like, hey, by the way, you might want to, button up a few things. And the best way to check that is through the Microsoft Secure Score. So everyone who's using Microsoft 365, check your Microsoft Secure Score. Easy to use report. It's from Microsoft. They tell you to go check it, and it'll tell you what your score is. And if your score is like 40 out of 100, then you know that you need to fix a couple things, and it tells you right there how to do it, like checklists,
That's
one
right.
at a time. So I recommend doing that to prevent this from happening at your company.
I was
So
hearing
investment scams, and yeah.
it was a Venmo one. So they Venmo the money to you, like $200, and then they go, oops, I sent it to you by mistake. Can you send that back? And then you send it back thinking, no worries. And you send it back. And then they cancel the transaction on their end, which was bogus. But then you cannot retract your money because you cooperated and sent the money. And so I saw that one was sweeping through a lot with the Venmo scam. Is it still that people are getting into systems more through social hacking than, whatever, some high-tech computers and all that stuff? Is it all just that's what you're describing, social hacking?
You are correct. Yeah. So strengthening the human firewall is what we're all about. This is why we're doing this talk, you and I right now, is because people need to become more aware and more skeptical and suspicious, especially when it comes to investment scams. I mean, just for example, St. Patrick's Day, Nordstrom was hacked and an email went out to everyone on Nordstrom saying, hey, we're giving back for the next couple hours. If you send Bitcoin to this wallet, then we will double the amount back to you. And so how many people lost crypto just on that? I remember I did a PBS special sometime back, and someone was tricked into, and this was a very smart real estate agent lady. She was tricked into $1.5 million being stolen from her by faulty investments. Yes. They got greedy a little bit, and they got interested in this crypto investment scheme, and everyone pitched in, and second mortgages on homes and all kinds of stuff, and that money just disappeared overnight. So be very cautious and skeptical because, like you said, AI and social engineering is at its all-time high. And that's why we're having this explosion of money being stolen from local residents that we haven't had in years past, because AI is helping the bad guys to do those things that we're trying to use AI for to make ourselves more productive. But believe me, they're becoming more productive as well.
They're scamming. Yeah, when we get the scam email about the Zoom thing and they don't want to get the phone number, so I go into ChatGPT, create a extremely long, insanely long, tedious response, and then I cut and paste it. And then they send me something back, and I say, create something even more tedious and long and insanely just like like fingernails on a chalkboard response, but be polite. It's super long. But anyway,
so what should we do? Should we block them, report them as spam?
It's tough because
how do we?
We're trying to we don't want to be rude right up front. Oh, you're a knucklehead. You're trying to scam me, and I'm like, no, this is Jerry from Kaneohe. I really need help with this. I want to buy this property. What do you do? What do you mean? So it's tough because we don't want to mix them in with the legitimate people.
So one thing that's really important to understand is these are automated bots, and they're what they're doing is they're cleaning a list, right? So back in the in the cold calling days, you would get a bank of phone numbers and you'd call each phone number. And if a phone number was disconnected or showed, out of service, you would scratch it off the list. Well, that still occurs now, but it's done through AI and robots. So when they send out a dynamic text message campaign, which is what's happening there, AI is modifying that text message campaign in real time to different people. When you respond with anything, if you just say why, which a lot of them will say like, press Y to not be nagged of this anymore, stuff like that. Now they know that you are a live target. You're a real person. So yeah, it's great to kind of mess with. Yeah, you don't want to engage with them at all. And many folks have their red receipts turned on their SMS. So this is on your phone. You'll probably want to turn that off because your phone will automatically scrub it, right? So it'll automatically say, oh yeah, this message was read. And now they know that you're a live person. So you can disable those red receipts inside your text messages and don't respond to any of them. If it does get to be too much, you can report it to your phone carrier, and then they will go through the process to the appropriate channels of blocking that person.
I think so. That's important because how many relationships are ruined by people like a girlfriend, like say somebody like Adrian sending a message to somebody like Attilio, and then like 3 hours later, well, you read my message. And I'm like, read doesn't mean like I looked at it, read it, and understand it. Maybe I clicked on it and didn't read it. Like, get me some milk from the grocery store, and then you come home and like, where's the milk? I didn't get. What do you mean, where's the milk? I sent you a text message and you read it. But read it like from the computer is not different. Like my brain read it and I understood and like, roger that, I got it. So maybe turning that off will save a whole pile of relationships out there. You read my message. No, the computer said read.
But it's going to prevent that AI bot from continuing
putting you on the short list.
Yeah, to continue to target you.
Yeah.
It's because we're responding to them. We're on their list.
We're on the
and
list.
we keep getting now messages and emails because we were responding
tough, though.
to
Well, they'll send the email asking about a property, and my husband and wife were interested. And we what are we going to do? We got to say, we don't know if it's legitimate or not. So we respond politely, say, great, yeah, what's a great phone number to reach you at? And they never respond with a phone number, and then we know.
They want us just to jump on a Zoom
But
link.
the legitimate client will say, yeah, here's my phone number. I'd be happy to chat with you.
Although, no, one time a person did respond with the phone number, and then our team member said all that they were doing, they were very weird, and they kept trying to sell them crypto.
Investment. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And by the way, just so you can kind of have some context, just in Hawaii, like according to the new report, so just so you kind of have like an idea of like nationally, so the FBI had almost $8.7 billion reported nationally last year of crypto scams losses. So this is a big problem. In Hawaii, specifically, we're looking at around, we have about almost 14 million in reported investment. And you and I both know that number is way underreported.
Yeah.
So if someone did fall for that crypto,
they get embarrassed and they're not going to report it. Oh, knucklehead, just lost 100K in crypto. So
Attilio, what are some things that we can do to protect ourselves from these bad guys that are using AI and technology to steal money from us?
I hate to say it, but we have to go old school.
Oh, okay.
Old school, yeah.
So, we got to go install landlines in our house. Well, me on the landline.
It's the best business practices. Some of these larger organizations have already gotten burned by these kind of scammers. So guess what? Send a check in the mail. Oh no. Yeah. If you're since this is a real estate show, if you're in the middle of a transaction, right, a real estate transaction, go down to the title company with a check.
In person.
Yeah. Don't wire money around. That's the big one. The wire fraud is huge, and that is very difficult to detect sometimes until after the fact. As you know, some title companies were recently hit, and there some funds got stolen, and 20% of $1 million property, that's not small chump change.
Yeah.
So intercepting that is very significant. So going old school with these kind of things, and of course, when it comes to crypto, That's great, but go with a legitimate. If you really do want to get into crypto, go with a legitimate exchange. I mean, Coinbase is probably the top one
Coinbase,
there. But just in general, if someone's asking you to go to a Bitcoin ATM, crypto ATM, don't do it. And that is the kind of the next attack vector. We are seeing them go to crypto ATMs, but investments in general, if just the big red flag is that if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah.
So keep your head on you. Look for signs of pressure. So they're trying to get you to move right away.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Take a step
red
back.
Flag.
Ask a friend. Ask a family member. Does this seem suspicious? If you don't feel like talking to your family, ask ChatGPT. Hey, I'm being asked to do this right away. Is this suspicious? And it'll tell you.
Yeah, that email, we want to get on a Zoom thing. Boom, it popped it up right away. Yep, this is what they're going to try and do, and they're going to send you a bogus link to log into, and then get into your computer and try and intercept wire transfers in the real estate transactions. So
Attila, as we are bringing our segment to a close, you have this company called CyPack. I'm going to read the phone number here, 808-861-9595. Again, that's 861-9595. What can your company do to help other businesses?
First of all, he's going to answer the phone on a landline.
Yes. Share a little bit about your business and who's your ideal customer.
Yes.
Sure thing. So we work with local businesses, and we find ways to make it so that they don't end up on the news.
Yeah.
So that involves putting in preventative security protections so that there isn't a problem. Essentially digital smoke alarms to find fires before they burn the house down. We also are very proud to have a partnership now with ProService, which is Hawaii's largest employer. And through that partnership, we have special arrangements for their clients to be able to use our services and protect themselves from having an incident as well. So we have some really good relationships. We have a good track record with the community. We also work quite a bit with federal contractors, so those that are doing business with the Department of War and federal and state commissions. So we bring them to a place where they can pass compliance and get paid and be awarded contracts and participate in that whole ecosystem, which, as you know, is a very significant part of our community. So, we do what we can. If there's an active incident, we also do incident response. We have a 24/7 hotline, which is answered by AI. So you can be rude to it and it will take it. That number is 808-468-4000. You can call them up and mess with it.
468-4000. You got a middle of the night.
Emergency.
The
AI will talk you through it until Attila wakes up.
Maybe you're just feeling lonely. Somebody to chat with. Thank you so much. So 861-9595, 861-9595.
Or cypack.com.
Yep.
CYPAC.com.
That's it. And you're bringing back all the stuff from the 80s. It's going to be more valuable. Cassette players, Walkmans, dial phones, all of that. That's all going to be going old school analog.
Yep.
I got a funny story for you.
Yeah.
My son, he showed up at school with a 3.5-inch floppy disk, and all his fellow students were like, "Wow, that's amazing! How did you 3D print the save icon?"
And and then floppy disk, but they had the hard disk. You know what? When I was in 7th grade, we had a cassette tape drive, TRS-80 cassette drive. That was old school. But
those trash indies, man, they still, we saw one. I saw one actually 6 months ago at DEF CON. That's the largest hacker convention in the world. They had all these old equipment there. It was really amazing to see that stuff.
Yeah, and somebody's got that all set up in some bunker somewhere because they all want to be like what do they call that wire thing? And they're in the cage, so nothing no signals. Yeah, that's it. But all right, well, always good to have you on the show. I'm sure we'll have you back.
Yes.
And just a disclaimer for everybody watching us on the video or listening us to on the radio, these are real people. This is not AI or a deep fake. This is actually really us on the show.
Mm-hmm. Really?
For now.
There.
Or is
For now.
or is it?
For now.
We can do a whole
Thanks.
episode on AI if you want to.
Yeah, no, I think that'll be the next time we have you on. We'll talk about AI.
Yes. Thank you, Attila. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Aloha.
Stay safe out there.
You too.
All right, we got open houses.
Yes, we do.
Saturday, April 25th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. These are our Saturday open houses.
2 to 5.
53898 Kamehameha Highway, Hauula. By the way, I grew up in Hauula.
1.25.
1.25, 4 bedroom,
bedrooms.
2 baths, 1,600 square feet, ocean view home, just steps from the shoreline with 2 kitchens, flexible 2-level layout, remodeled ground floor, and a fruit-bearing tropical trees.
All right, the next one we've got over on Kaanui Drive.
Yeah,
Number 111.
111.
725,000, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,300 square feet. This is over at the Launani Tides, over right behind Safeway. Brand new appliances, added privacy with no neighbor on one side, functional layout, and a desirable Eva Beach community.
All right, next is our Sunday open houses, April 26, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. 98500 Koa'uka Loop, Unit 7, M as in Mary. This is in Aiea. 325,000. This is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 605 square feet condo with Pearl Harbor views. What's the next one?
We've got one in Waikalani Place, B404. This is in Mililani, 375,000, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 800 square feet, top floor Mililani condo.
All right, next one is 911526 Kaikohola Street, Unit D1 in Eva Beach, 1,295,000. That's a 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square feet.
Over on the Wakale Golf Course. I think it's the lowest priced one in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Last one is on Wellow Street over in Makakilo. This one's listed for $1.4 million. Well, it's a newer listing. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, 2,000 square feet, rim lot with panoramic ocean and sunset view.
Hey, this weekend they got an electric home show happening April 25th, 26th at the Blaisdell Center. Everything about electric EVs and everything. You should go check it out. You can get tickets at the electrichomeshow.com.
All right. Thanks for listening. And thank you to our sponsors.
Lally with Allstate Insurance.
Kenji of Pillar to Post Home Inspection.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Robinson with Fine Line Paintworks.
Anthony of Estate Planning Group.
Jason Wu, attorney at law.
Janice of Dreamhouse Drafting.
Fabio with Hawaii Water Damage Restoration.
Kyle with Impact Wealth.
Brian with Cleanscape.
Benji of Hawaii Referral Agent.
Danny with DHA Financial Mortgage.
Joseph of Keymasters.
Locksmiths of Hawaii. Christopher with Falcon Services. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, all you got to do is go to teamlally.com.
And we want to give a big thank you to Hans, our producer.
Chee-hoo.
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
Sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price in a time frame, we'll have it bought for cash. Thanks and aloha.